Have you ever had to ask someone to repeat something you couldn't understand?
Reduction.
I'm sorry. Can I ask you to repeat the first part of it? You went really fast, and
I'm
I
sorry
had a
about
hard
that.
time.
I'm sorry.
Whether it's because they're talking too fast, they have an unfamiliar accent, or they're using slang words you don't recognize, it can be hard to really hear what people are saying, right? Here's the thing, what you hear in real conversations is often completely different from what you learn at school, and this is why it is so important to master your listening skills. So, I'm sharing 5 techniques to help you practice and improve your listening skills. I hope after watching this, you'll feel more confident about joining conversations and communicating in English. Study natural pronunciation. This is one of the best ways to improve your active listening skills. Now, let me be clear, I'm not talking about studying pronunciation as you would at school. I'm talking about recognizing and paying attention to the sounds of English as it is actually spoken. Because real spoken English isn't always what you expect. Sometimes sounds blend together, they change, they can even disappear completely. For example, in school, you may have been taught to hear, "What do you want to do?" But while listening to a native English speaker, what you actually hear is something like, "What do you wanna do?" It can be super confusing, right? So, how can you overcome these real-world listening challenges? It's all about studying the elements of naturally spoken English, including contractions, reduced forms, sentence stress, and intonation. You will learn how to overcome these challenges by the end of this video. Practice every day. Create the habit of listening to English for 15 minutes daily. Even if you're busy and you don't have much time, you can listen while driving to work or school, exercising, or doing housework. Now, what should you listen to? TED Talks are brilliant resources to improve your listening. Here's what to do. Go to the TED website and choose a topic that interests you. After all, you're more likely to enjoy and absorb what you hear if you actually find it interesting. The best thing about TED Talks is that every video has an interactive transcript that allows you to follow the script as the speaker speaks. While seeing the word as you read, you also hear it being spoken. When you come across new words, you can pause the video and practice saying them aloud in the same natural way it was spoken on screen. Here are 3 additional sites with great audio and accompanying text. VOA Special English for American English news. BBC 6-Minute English for British English news and lifestyle. Ello.org for dialogues and conversations in many different accents of English. The links are mentioned in the description. Practice the right way. What does this mean? Well, there's a right way and a wrong way to practice English listening. The wrong way to do English listening practice is to try to listen once, get frustrated while facing new words, so you give up and stop practicing after the first try. To practice smartly, the first step is to relax and know that it's completely normal to have limited understanding the first time you listen. You need to listen at least 3 times. The first time for the general topics. Don't try to understand every word, just try to understand the main ideas. Listen again, and now try to understand some more specific details. Again, remember that it's okay not to catch every word. Listen the 3rd time while reading the transcript. Now you can pay attention to the individual words and see if your previous understanding was correct. This type of listening from more general to more specific is the most effective way to practice and improve your English listening ability. Why not give it a go? I'd love to know what you think. Write what you hear. This strategy is simple, practical, and very effective, especially if you follow these specific steps. Step 1. Choose a 30-second section of a video, podcast, or TED Talk. Step 2. Listen to that section a couple of times, no writing yet, just listening. This step is all about familiarizing yourself with the topic, along with the speaker's accent and the tone and pace of their voice. Step 3. Now it's time to pick up your pen and write. Listen to the first sentence, then pause the video and write down what you hear. Repeat this exercise, one sentence at a time, until you have finished the 30-second video. If there are some sounds you don't recognize, don't rewind it. Instead, simply leave a gap on your page. Once you reach the end, listen to the entire 30-second section again and try to fill in any gaps. Try looking at the words around the gap. Can you guess what could go there? The brilliant thing about this method is that, unlike the other tips, this one helps you to discover exactly what you are not hearing. In other words, it highlights the gaps in your listening ability, the words and expressions that you need to learn and recognize more instinctively, and helps you to fill in those gaps in your knowledge. Watch without subtitles. Now, I know what you're thinking, watching a video in English without subtitles is a hard work, right? But it can be a great way of practicing and strengthening your active listening skills. After all, there are no subtitles in real life. But don't worry, I'm not asking you to struggle through an entire movie without subtitles. Just like in all the previous strategies, the key here is to start small. Every time you sit down to watch a movie, turn off the subtitles for the first minute. It means 1 minute of training your active listening skills before you can passively enjoy your movie. Pause the movie after 1 minute and write down a quick summary of what you heard, just a summary, not every word. Repeat this step if you want to. Then, go back to the start, turn on the subtitles in English, and read them for the entire minute to check that you understood the meaning correctly. It is a great habit to get into if you are hooked on a TV series. It's a little easier to do this consistently if you are familiar with the actors, accents, and storyline. So, there you have it. 5 practical techniques that you can implement in your daily routine to practice and improve your English listening skills. Set yourself a challenge this week and choose the one you would like to try. Let me know how it goes in the comments. If you're new here, be sure to subscribe because more essential content is on the way. See you at our next video. Have a wonderful time.